Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, DMC, and the place to be. And the place to be is with the one and only DMC. Nobody in the world can ever F with me. That's right, I kept it clean for the kids. But in the place to be with DMC, you know you can't F with this. It's supposed to rhyme, but you're checking out Bucketlist.
Yeah.
I'm Richard with Bucketlist Music Reviews, and more importantly, I'm here with Darryl McDaniels, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member, a legendary hip-hop artist.
I'm in town to record a record with Slaves on Dope. So that's the reason why I came to Montreal, just to record with Slaves on Dope. We made this awesome record, and it came out so great that now they have to produce a song for my album, because the song we did was for their album.
Excellent.
So now they got to produce a song for my album, and we took it a step higher. We're going to get Chuck D of Public Enemy, who is Jason's favorite dude ever in hip hop, to be on this record with me.
So how did this come about? How did you guys hook up?
I'm working on a project with Bumblefoot, the guitar player. And he's producing a heavy metal collaboration album that I'm in the process of making with Rob Dukes, the third lead singer of Exodus' new band Generation Kill, who were producing 2 records on my album that came out so good that we said, yo, let's just keep going. Let's make a full-length Rob Dukes Generation Kill DMC collaboration album. They did 2 records on my album. Slaves on Dope is producing a record on my album now. I already have Mick Mars from Motley Crue on there, Sebastian Bach from Skid Row, Travis Barker. On that record with Sebastian, Mick, and Travis, I'm about to go hunt down Bootsy Collins to play bass on it, because Slaves on Dope said, yo, if you're gonna get a bass player, you gotta get Bootsy. I have Justin Furstenfield of the band Blue October, Rome from Sublime. I just finished recording with Joan Jett. And your fellow Canadian, Sum 41, is going to be on this record.
Wow. So
Chad Kroger from Nickelback and Tim Armstrong of Rancid.
So you just got a jam-packed lineup for this.
Yeah, I wanted to work with all my favorite artists, singers, and musicians on this album.
So you guys were the first ones to pretty much combine hip-hop and rock when you did Walk This Way with Aerosmith.
Right. But before that, we did King of Rock and Rockbox. Because we did rock, it's a tongue twister. Walk This Way wasn't the first rock rap record. The first rock rap record was Rockbox, which was the first rap video on MTV. Then we did King of Rock on the second album. Then we did Walk This Way with Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, the 2 guys from Aerosmith, to make Walk This Way for the Raising Hell album. So I know it was a little tricky.
But combining rock and hip-hop now is pretty much it's a mainstay. People are used to it, but can you describe a little bit the difference of how it was back then, maybe some of the obstacles you faced?
Well, no, the only reason that we did it was before Rap Records was made, the rappers, the MCs who rapped, we wasn't rappers, we were MCs. It was DJs and MCs. The MCs needed beats to rhyme over, to say their raps over while the DJ played the record. James Brown always had a funky drummer beat. Whereas no singing, it was just the funk, you could run your mouth. A lot of jazz records had breaks. A lot of funk records had breaks. A lot of soul records had breaks. A lot of disco records had breaks. Good Times, for instance. In those same crates of the DJs, before Rap Records was made, were rock records, Sharon's, Rockin' in the Pocket, Walk This Way, Aerosmith's Walk This Way, Billy Squire's Big Beat, what else we wrapped up? Queen, important foundation of hip hop. That being said, we were just the first to do it on a record.
So looking at hip hop today, hip hop has become a lot more associated with pop nowadays.
It's pop.
Yeah.
Crap.
How do you feel about that?
It's
about the
pop crap. Well, not all of it. There's a lot of good stuff out there mainstream. Kendrick Lamar proves what you could do with some really good music. Talib Kweli, Common. Who else is up there that I love? Andre 3000. What Killer Mike is doing, Run the Jewels. You know, some of the OGs in the gang still making great music. Public Enemy and the Wu-Tang Clan. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but the majority of the music's coming out, it all sounds the same. There's nothing separating this guy's sound and look and image and concepts from that guy's. And that was the beauty of hip-hop. Now you just got a lot of people rapping, and you know, a lot of it's good, some of it's good, some of it's crappy, some of it people say, what the hell is he saying? It is what it is. Every music has a period where it gets corny, where it gets fake, where it gets monotonous. But that being said, I'm speaking from a young person's standpoint, because when I judge hip-hop, I judge it from 15 to 22. That's my lane right there to judge it. So a lot of my older friends say, D, I don't know what it is, I'm getting older now, I can't listen to, you know, young this and little this and all of this and that. That's not because you're young. We come from a time period and a consciousness where, as young people, we demanded more from each other. 99% of a lot of these hip-hop records that are popular are bad demos that we would throw in your face if you ever thought about coming to me asking me for a record deal. Now that being said, there's a big diversity with the styles and sounds in hip-hop, but the innovation part of it, the innovative, creative part of it to stand out, be different, and elevate the culture as a whole is the thing that's completely missing. Nowadays, you hear a rap record, and you hear the way the guy sounds and what he's saying, you go, I can do that. And you can't. Back in the days, when you heard Rakim, or LL, or Coogee rapping Polo, or De La Soul, or Tribe Called Quest, or Stetsasonic, or Leaders of the New School, or NWA. See, I just think all of those groups, we all were doing the same thing, but we all did it differently. That's why you had growth. But if everybody would have came out sounding like Run DMC, it'd have been corny and monotonous. You would be saying, I hate hip-hop right now. That's the problem with it right now. And that being said, it is what it is. But I'm about to awaken the innovative, oh shoot, era of hip-hop once again.
On a different note, this is not your first collaboration with a Canadian artist. Your collaboration with Sarah McLachlan.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that? How that?
Well, her record saved my life. I was going through a depression, and nothing made any sense anymore. In 1993, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, produced Down with the King. He hates when I say this. It saved our career. Yeah, Pete, I know you hate me saying that, but Pete Rock saved Run DMC's career the way Run DMC brought back Aerosmith with Walk This Way. Because we was Run DMC, but nobody cared. And we was already at the end of the album when Pete Rock called us up and said, come to my basement. And he played the track that was Down with the King, and he took out Run's house and started scratching, Down with the King, down. And that was in the 90s, hip-hop had completely changed. And me and Run spit out verses, and Pete and CL got on the record, and it was like, yo. So when people called us the King, now people put us up there. And there was a resurgence of how dope Run DMC is. We're touring, we're getting money, you know, we're back on MTV, we're back on video, because we had the Down with the King video, and everybody in hip-hop showed up to celebrate it. And you would think I would get happy, I got depressed. And I was like, okay, I'm Darryl McDaniels from Run DMC. First to go gold, first to go platinum, first on cover Rolling Stone. First with the sneaker deals, first with the big shows. Everything that hip hop does, me and Ronnie J was the first to do it. My mother's bike, my father's bike, my mother's band, and my brother's name is Al. Running J are my pals. It's McDaniels, not McDonald's. These rhymes are Darryl, those burgers are Rattles. I ran down my family tree, my mother, my father, my brother, and me. Here we are touring the world. Asia's calling. Europe's calling. We even went to do a show in the Ukraine where they're fighting right now. We did a show there and 60,000 people showed up. So why am I unhappy? I didn't know what it was. To make a long story short, the depression got so uncomfortable, I wanted to commit suicide. I get in a car one day, and the guy looks at me just because I'm a rapper. "D, you want to listen to the radio?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." He turns it to the hip-hop station. Hip-hop was the last thing that I wanted to listen to at that point in my life. Turn it to any station except that hip-hop crap. He turned it to Light FM, and Sarah McLachlan's Angel was on the radio. And even though I was depressed, I heard that record. In the arms of an angel, fly away. In a dark, cold hotel room with a piano. Something in me said, "D, no matter how bad this earth can get, life is good because that exists." So for one whole year, all I did was listen to Sarah McLachlan records. All I did. At the end of that year, my friend and manager Eric takes me to Clive Davis' Grammy party in LA at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and I care nothing about that. The only reason that I went in the first place is because Eric sold his soul to the devil to get the 2 tickets. So I said, "Oh, you're getting ready to go to hell. Let me go with you." So I go to the party. I see Alicia Keys. I see Busta Rhymes. I see Stevie Wonder. There's Sarah McLachlan also. And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's that lady whose song is like the whole purpose of my existence." So I walked over and said that. I was like, "Miss McLachlan, the name of the record is Angel. You sound like an angel. People say you're an angel, but you're not an angel to me, you're God." And I said, "I listen to that record every day. It's the only thing literally keeping me alive and not committing suicide." She said, "Thank you for telling me that, Darryl. That's what music is supposed to do." And she walks away. 3 years go by, right? I find out that I'm adopted, which was the reason why I was depressed. I find out that I'm adopted. Now I really want to commit suicide, but Sarah McLachlan's record gave me hope. So I called Sarah McLachlan back. "I want to make a record with you, so your record, so this record that I make can help people the way your record helped me 3 years ago." She says, "Cool." So we go to do the record. I fly to Vancouver, Canada, at her house, so I'm a fan. We finish the record. Now remember, I heard a record in a car. A year goes by. I go to a party I didn't want to go to. I meet her. She tells me that's what music is supposed to do. 3 years go by. I find out that I'm adopted. The void in the hole was the fear. That was the mystery to my whole existence. I'm the son of Viper. I'm Darryl McDaniels. I'm the king of rock. I'm the devastated Michael Joel, and I'm adopted. But life is good because I got Angel. I find out at the end of the recording, she turns to me and says, "Darryl, I'm going to tell you something." I go, "What?" She goes, "I was adopted too. I did not know that." So everything started making sense.
Okay, so
I collab now because there's I'm not collaborating to sell records. I'm not collaborating to do interviews. I'm not collaborating to be famous. I'm collaborating because it's an artistic, creative, inspirational purpose for me connecting with all these artists.
So you've collaborated with all the artists you want to collaborate with. You're now Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You just won Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award.
Right.
So what's left?
I'm jealous of little kids that take karate classes. I'm jealous of little kids that have black belts. Because I want one. Because I love Bruce Lee. Like, really, I was never in a position to take karate, martial arts. So I want to take martial arts. And I might jump out of airplanes.
What about you? You have your own comic book now too, DMC.
Yes, Darryl runs comics.
Well, you're still in shape. Do you still ever consider making a movie out of DMC?
That's a possibility. That's going to happen. Yeah, just like Marvel and Batman versus Superman and Batman was having a fight, giving me inspiration for a song I can write. Now when I came along as the son of the bike, in my physical form is how I celebrate life. No, I don't need a preacher and I don't need a priest. Just give me Melon Mo D on a beat with a speech. I got a good reputation and I rep for the streets, but for your information, I am king of the geeks. Forget the Greek god, I am a geek god. I get to speak hard because I hit the beats hard. You see this belt buckle? I wear it all day, so every time that you see me, I am chilling with Jay. It's just a simple dedication to my mom and my dad. There's a little information. Don't get me mad. Don't treat me like I'm soft just because I'm a nerd, because I'll rip your effing head off, and that is my word. But no, Darryl Makes Comics came about because before hip-hop, all I cared about in existence was comic books. That's all I did. Even if you listen to King of Rock, Run, who wanted to be DJ Run and to be the best MC ever, he says, I'm DJ Run, I could scratch. I don't say I'm DMC, I could rap. I go, I'm DMC, I could draw. Here's the Easter egg. Crash through walls, come through floors, bust through ceilings, and knock down doors. What do superheroes do? That was on King of Rock. So, I'm really a superhero. This DMC thing was just a cover, but we can't let nobody know.
Well, you got an immediate link with Jason then, who's got superhero tattoos all over.
Yes, see, right, and I didn't know that. Mitch LaFon said, I need you to come meet my guy Jason, who does the Comic Con, and he has this band and stuff like that. And when Jason said, you're really going to come? He says, I'm going to send you a record. So he sends me the record. Right away, just like the Sarah McLachlan record, there was something in the record I identified with. I heard the record, I wrote my rhyme in 11 minutes. And then I called him back, the rhyme's done. He's like, cool, when you're coming? I'm coming right now. So I fly in there. We go in the studio. It took me 20 minutes to lay the verse, but as soon as I walked up and saw Jason, he's talking about everything that he does. It's stuff that I do. We love comic books. We both been sober. He's been sober longer than me, but it don't matter because it was important for him to get sober first so that when I meet him, I can still have inspiration. He's been sober for 20 years. I've been sober for 10. And everything is like coming together. He knows people that I know. My manager looks like his best friend. You can't write none of this. This is like a comic book. This is a movie. Our story, DMC hooking up with slaves on dope. It's right up there with Captain America Civil War and Superman versus Batman and the new Star Wars. You cannot make this stuff up, and it isn't made up. No, but there's a connection artistically with everything that's happening and everything that ever worked in our career. Run, Brother Russell being the manager of Curtis Blow, and then Run coming to my house and seeing my comic books, and then we finding out that Jam Master Jay's the best DJ in the world and all of that, so it all kind of makes sense.
All right, well, I think we're running out of time, but I want to thank you very much for taking the time to be with us.
Thank you, glad to be here. I love the name Bucketlist.
Bucketlist Music Reviews. Thank you very much.